Hi, Kerwin. How are you?
Fine.
Now, the question is, what's one of the hardest things you've been through in life? And how did you do it?
The hardest thing I can say to date would be my incarceration.
Your incarceration?
Yeah, 6 years. At the time, I didn't think I could do it.
Yes.
I mean, 6 years, I was young, I was 19. But, hey, I'm here now, so it can be done. Any obstacle in life can be toppled, overcome. All you gotta do is just take it one day at a time. Stop, breathe, don't feel like you're getting overwhelmed, and everything's gonna work out. If it's supposed to work out, it's gonna work out.
So it must have been hard being in jail. Like, how did you feel? Hi. How did you feel when you first got into jail? I'm
like,
how did
the
you
world
feel?
ended.
Like the world was like over for you.
My world, as I knew it, was over. Like, this was a whole new atmosphere. Like, I've heard of it, but I never actually got the chance to. Not saying I wanted the chance, but living.
You've never been through anything like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
So.
Were you surprised?
I was surprised that it was not what I actually expected. Like, I thought it would be a lot worse than it actually was.
Okay.
So that, in a sense, surprised me. But hey, it was still bad. Like, I don't recommend that to nobody outside of pedophiles and murderers.
Okay.
But other than that, like, I mean, stay in school.
Yes, absolutely. And I hear from a lot of people who have been incarcerated that once they do get in jail, a lot of friends and family forget about them.
Like, you really find out who your fair weather friends are, for real. Like, after like the first 2 months, you'll know who's in your corner and who was just there because everything was good at that exact moment.
So when everything isn't so good, that's when you really get to know the people around you and who's really there for you.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Very well. And what were some of the things that you did while you were in jail that helped you to get through it? Like, my goodness. Because again, you wouldn't wish that on anyone, but how did you get through it? What little things did you do? Vigorous
exercise and bury myself in any book that interests me, which turned out to be an excessive amount.
So books and just getting exercise regularly. Mm-hmm. That really helped you with the stress that came along with being in jail.
I felt overwhelmed. Like, I buried myself in a book. Like me, I was reading a lot of fantasy and adventure books.
Yes.
As long as your mind can wander, you're free. I mean, yes, I'm physically there, but I mean, in the pages of a book, I'm anywhere in the world. Anytime since time began, I'm in any time frame.
Yes, yes.
You know, if that wasn't working and I had the chance, I exercised.
So you looked for opportunities despite what would look like a lack of an opportunity or a taking away of your freedom.
Yes, I did, because at the end of the day, the glass is always half full. So
life is what you make it.
It is. And I tell everybody, no matter what, no matter how bad the situation, no matter what you may feel or think, you always have the opportunity to make a choice. Always. Even though you don't think you don't, you do.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. So if you're looking for opportunities, you will find it.
That's true.
So it's up to you. You have that choice. All right. So you did have the freedom to choose despite being bound in jail.
I did.
There were honestly, still options.
I could have made my bid a lot worse than it was. I really could have. Like, especially coming from the lifestyle I was living before I got incarcerated, I could have made it a lot worse, but I chose not to.
Yes.
I let go of that, and I just, you know what? I'm gonna strive to make me better and do what I can to ensure that I get out of here in one piece, mentally and physically, and that's what I did.
So even in the worst situations, you always have a choice. You always get to choose.
You do.
And isn't that wonderful about life? You may not be able to control everything that happens in your life,
but you can control what's immediately about to happen.
Yes.
You always have that choice. Should I or shouldn't I?
So now that you're out, do you feel hopeless?
Not at all.
So you're able to do a lot with your life?
Yeah.
Despite coming from prison, from jail?
I actually am. Right now I'm in the process of working on my business. I'm building it piece by piece, day at a time.
Yes.
Taking care of my daughter. Right now my son's getting a haircut.
Yes. Yes.
I'm here.
Yes, you're here, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that you were able to have the courage to share your story. And my last question to you, someone looking at you right now who maybe just got out of jail or has been in prison and they feel like their life is over, what would you have to say to somebody like that who's ready to give up, who feels like they can't start over or start new?
There's always somebody else looking at you to do the right thing. No matter how you feel, yo, my world done, this is over, da da da, it don't matter. There's always somebody somewhere looking at you for inspiration. So even when you feel it's over, you need to just do you, keep pushing on, because you're going to be somebody else's inspiration. You never know whose life you're changing just by being you and doing what you got to do on a daily basis.
Yes, so you do make a difference.
You do.
No matter how many mistakes you've made, you do make that difference.
Exactly.
All right, very well. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem.